Hello Year 10, this is a video to help you with Remote Learning Task 5. We're going to go through the slides together and I will help you pick out key information to make the notes from. I will also show you how to maybe organise your notes if you are struggling. First, you need to write down the title. Now at any point throughout this video, you can pause it to see the slides in more detail. But remember, you can also download the main PowerPoint from Go for Schools. You also might like to pause the video in places to see the notes that I have taken from the PowerPoint in a little bit more detail. Now on this first slide, it also says, underneath the title, which hopefully you've written down, Understanding Hitler's Rise to Power, 1919 to 1933. This is something quite important, so I'm going to ask you to note this down underneath your title as well. Here is my example from my own notes. The next slide is about Hitler. You don't need to remember all of the facts about Hitler, but it is interesting for us to know about them so we understand a little bit about his background. These are the notes from that slide. You'll notice I've underlined Mein Kampf because that's something that I would like to remember in the future. Hitler was in the German army during World War I, and this shaped a lot of his propaganda campaigns, and he used this to gain support from the German people as he claimed to be just like them, an ordinary person wanting a better Germany. Once you've read the slide, make your notes. Here are mine to help you. Now you may notice I've added some information at the bottom of my notes which was not on the previous slide. However, I know that previously we've studied the conditions of the Treaty of Versailles and we've done that in quite a bit of detail. And I wanted to just test myself to see what I could remember. So hence why I've put the land, army, money, blame at the bottom of my notes. The next few slides, I'm going to simply show you them and then show you my notes. But remember, you can pause the video at any time. I have used timelines, bullet points, mind maps and different colours as ways to help record my notes. In this slide, I made notes on the membership and growth of the Nazis, but when I read the information on the role and impact of the SA, I found more statistics about the growth of the Nazi Party, so I decided to add the bullet point 1932 and 1933 underneath section 6 in my notes, membership and growth of the Nazis. Here there is a recap task to check that you are not forgetting key information from previous remote learning tasks we've set you. So you need to use full sentences when you write your answers so it makes sense when you go back over your notes in the future. Here are some sentence starters just to help you out for the first two questions. Now if you have a printer at home, you might like to print this next slide and stick the image into your notes too. However, if you don't have access to a printer, you can also just draw it out. The next two slides I read together and I created my notes from these once I'd read both of them. You will see I've drawn a very simple triangle to show the restructuring of the Nazi Party. But if you had time, you could draw this in more detail, or again, print out the image from the previous slide, this image here. Propaganda is a key way that Hitler rose to total power. It's a very important factor that you need to understand. I decided to record this slide in a table. Here are the last few slides and the notes that I made. Now you have completed the lesson, you can check your understanding of the new knowledge by completing this quiz using the link provided on the slide. When you load it, it will look like this. Well done! You've completed all of the work for this week by completing this PowerPoint notes and the quiz. If you want to have a go at the challenge task, please see the Go for Schools instructions. I hope this video has helped you and enjoy the rest of your day. Well done, Year 10.